Hi, my name is Patty, and this is my channel where I'm going through mental health, sharing stories, insight that I've had and that I've been struggling with. And my first little background, my family, on my mom's side, has depression runs in the family. My uncle uh, took his own life when he was 20. I was only 4. My mom was diagnosed with severe depression at 42, and my older brother, has depression as well, and he had in the past did several attempts on his own life. So there's a long history in the family. I was diagnosed around my early 20s with depression and generalized anxiety. And so I've been on and off medications, trying to figure it out, handle my depression, not be medicated because that's bad. And then when life got really hard, I had to get back on it. I just didn't have any other coping mechanisms. When I was trying to think, not too long ago, I see a psychiatrist because he gives me medication. I was on Zoloft for a long time, but it stopped working, which medications tend to do. So I had a long talk with my psychiatrist, and he brought up something I never really thought about. So he said, I mentioned that I've experienced trauma, but for the longest time, I really didn't think that bullying was trauma. Childhood bullying, up until maybe my mid-20s, was considered bullying. It all started like second grade, maybe, and on and off and through early years of college. And I really didn't put the two and two together and how it really affected me until he pointed out that. And it was life-changing for me. But I don't really know how do you heal bullying or childhood trauma. I was always made fun of for my weight. And it's interesting how you probably had an amazing million happy memories as a child. But I can only really focus on the ones that hurt me the most. The first one I have was when I was in second grade, and we're standing outside in line in our classroom, and a little boy is like, "Hey, Patty, are you pregnant?" And at the time, I was 7 years old, so I really didn't put two and two together. And so it kind of continued off and on. However, when somebody did bully me, make fun of me, I usually fought back. So I didn't really think much about it, but there were a lot of times where I couldn't fight back. And I think when I hit junior high, which I moved here to where I'm at now when I was 11 years old. So when I went to junior high, didn't know anybody. So I attached to anybody who I would consider a friend. So I had a so-called friend in 7th grade. I was very chubby. And she took my PE shorts and launched them across the locker room, saying, "Oh, that was funny, that's a joke." And I was so desperate to have a friend, to have somebody I could hang out with and not be lonely, that I just passed it off. Didn't think anything about it. And then times at PE, I'll be running, because I played soccer since I was 4. I've loved activity of all sorts. And so I was running, warming up for PE, and this girl behind me was like, "Hey, get out of the way, you heifer." And I was 7th, 8th grade, and I really honestly didn't know what it meant until I looked back on it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she called me a fat cow. And so this went on and off through junior high. Junior high was absolutely miserable. And growing up in the heroin chic area of the 90s, if you weren't thin enough, you didn't belong. So after the horrendous trauma of junior high, I moved into high school, where a lot of it I kind of disappeared into high school because there's a lot more people there, and I was able to escape most of it. I clung to people who were just generally nice to me, whether they're my real friends. I didn't know. They just never said anything. And so I played sports, I did track, and I did soccer, and it kept my mind preoccupied, honestly, and away from the bullying and snide comments being made all over the place. So it was always about my weight, always, nothing else. And when I hit college was okay. I played soccer in college. I was always a chubby girl, but I fought hard. I played hard. I didn't let my weight stop me from being good. Um, so I succeeded there until I transferred to university and started playing with the university soccer team. And when I had this young girl come up to me and said, "You don't belong here. You don't belong here. You just played, I was a lowly scum of the earth kind of thing." And, I'm usually a fighter and I don't quit. But at that very moment, I walked off the field and never went back to college play. And I just focused on avoiding all athletes, all the soccer team, and just focusing on school. And for a while, it kind of went away a little bit. It wasn't too bad. But then there's a whole online dating thing that came out around this time too. And I didn't have a problem getting a date per se, but because they always thought, "Hey, you have a pretty face, and the rest of you must match." So I would show up super happy to meet a decent looking guy, and he just looked at me like I was scum of the earth. And then you just kind of treat me disrespectfully and aloof. So I'd buy myself a drink, he would leave, and I'd just sit there and drink because I was so embarrassed and ashamed. And this went on for years and years until I finally decided, hey, I'm going to lose weight. And if I lose weight, maybe people will accept me. Maybe I will be liked by boys. My self-esteem was shot at this point. And yeah, I did. I found somebody who liked me, but I'm not sure if it was just because I was thinner or I really don't know. I lost a bunch of weight and I got tons of attention from guys. It was really cool, really flattering, but then it didn't make me happy. And then I fell back into my hole. And I'm still struggling with acceptance. And ironically, the doctor said that all that bullying, all that trauma you received as a child affects who you are today. Your anxiety, your insecurity, your need to please people because you're afraid they would leave you, overthinking everything, second guessing what people say. That's a terrible thing to go through, and it goes through me all the time. A lot of negative self-talk. You're stupid. You can't do anything right. Every time I make a mistake, it'd be like, "Oh my God, you're so dumb. Nobody else is doing this." And it still drives me. I'm able to, lately, I've been just working myself to the bone to try to get those negative thoughts out of my head. But as soon as I make a mistake or something's pointed out to me, I just shut down and want to cry because I am more than my mistakes. I'm not that stupid. I went to college. It doesn't mean you're smart per se. I have a master's in English literature. I succeeded in that, and I know I didn't always feel this shitty in my life. So right now I'm just trying to figure out how to unlearn all that negativity in my life. The criticisms, the negative thoughts, thinking I can't do anything right. It's really not good because I think I spend over half my day wallowing in negative thoughts. How many things I can't do right in life. And I don't want that to be who I am, and I want to know what it's like, what person I could be if I somehow healed all that trauma that was caused by decades of bullying. So that's kind of just the background on me and what I'm dealing with. There are a lot of extenuating circumstances that are just adding to my plate that I'll share at a later time, but this is just kind of the background, where I'm coming from, and just to let you know, you're not the only one dealing with this, and maybe by sharing and subscribing and commenting, we can help each other cope, deal, share strategies on how to find our true selves. Thank you.